Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the sixth video of the Tableau Say Hello series. In this video, we will be going through the rows and columns shelves in Tableau. This is probably one of the most important topics to understand for building better visualizations in Tableau. Once we understand the basics of the rows and column shelves, we can use these shelves to create custom visuals in Tableau. So, the first question is, where are the rows and columns shelves present in Tableau? By default, they are located on top of the Tableau workspace, below the toolbar, and above the view area. As you can see, these are the default location of the rows and the column shelves. The next question is, why are the rows and column shelves important to understand when working in Tableau? To begin with, these two shelves will surely be the first few sections within Tableau workspace that we interact with when starting out in Tableau. These are the shelves where we can drag and drop pills from the data pane to create the structure for the visualizations in Tableau. The color of the fills or pills may either be blue, which is a discrete field, or it can be green, meaning a continuous field. The color of the field is important here as it will decide the behavior when the field is dropped on the rows or the column shelf. To get a better understanding of the visual in Tableau, we need to check the visual icons or cues next to the rows and columns. This is the positioning of the squares inside the icon next to the rows and the column shelves. If you see, for the rows shelf, the squares are placed one on top of the other, or they are just stacked one on top of the other. This means that if we place a fill field or pill in the row shelf, it will result in a vertical orientation like so. For the column shelf, the squares are placed adjacent to each other side by side. This means that if we place a field or pill in the column shelf, it will result in a horizontal orientation. As you can see here, if I drag and drop the category pill here, we see that there are horizontal headers. We will first check the behavior of dropping a discrete blue field on the row shelf. Let us drag and drop a discrete dimension, for example, the category from the data pane onto the row shelf. We observe that the different members of the category field, that is the furniture, office supplies, and technology, are displayed as headers or labels and are placed one above the other in a vertical fashion. This matches the visual cue showed by the small icons next to the rows. We can confirm that these are headers by right clicking any one of the members of category. We will get a header related context menu. Next, let us move the category pill to the column shelf. Now we observe that the different members of the category field are placed side by side adjacent to each other in a horizontal fashion. This matches the visual cue showed by the small square icons next to the columns. Next, we will check the behavior of dropping a continuous green field on the rows shelf. Let us drag and drop a continuous measure, for example, the sales field from the data pane onto the rows shelf. We observe that a vertical axis is displayed for the rows shelf. We observe that the axis is in a vertical orientation. We can confirm that it is an axis by right clicking the sales axis, and we will get an axis related context menu. Next, let us move the sales pill to the column shelf. Now we observe that a horizontal axis is displayed for the sales measure. Hence, whether it is a discrete or continuous field, the behavior is the same. That is, the field placement on the rows will result in a vertical orientation, whereas the field placement on the column shelf will result in a horizontal orientation. Assume that we have a viz of sales by subcategory. In this case, the headers of few of the members of subcategory are not fully visible. To resolve this issue, we can easily swap fields placed on the rows and the column shelf by just clicking on this swap rows and columns icon or command on the toolbar menu. As it is observed, now the orientation of visual is changed, with the sales now being on the column shelf and the subcategory field on the row shelf. This completes the video on the rows and column shelves in Tableau. If you have found this video useful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for the latest updates. I will meet you in my next video. Until then, take care and bye.